Okay.
Like
now, what is the biggest issue facing the women in this industry?
Discrimination.
Okay.
I've had my home fair share. I've had clients cancelled on me just because they know I'm a female. 2 times at the airport, and the boat driver knows how important airport trips are.
Of course.
Once like that, it was I just dropped the client and I was waiting for the next request. I was on the phone with my sister and the request came. It was the airport. I was so excited. With the excitement, I picked the request immediately. I called. Hello, good afternoon. You are a woman. No. Cancel. And before I could say Jack, she had cancelled on me. I tried reaching her through message, not to pick her, just to know why and what a woman has done to her to make her feel a woman should not convene her. And the discrimination is so much that each time I get that, I report to both immediately. They send in apologies anyways to say, oh, we are sorry you are facing this, but they don't truly know how that can easily ruin your day, like spoil your morale. You don't want to do anything again. I've picked a guy. You know, in this job you learn on the job, so I have learned a lot, and it has taught me patience and endurance. I've never had issues with my clients, not for once, but the ones that I mostly have issue with are women. They are the ones giving you tough time. Exactly. They are the one that will drop your rating. They are the one that will complain your AC is not in this hot weather. They are the ones that will tell you your air freshener is not cool enough. They are the ones that will tell you, madam. The question is, why are we so hard on ourselves?
Women to women,
especially young ladies. Not the elderly one appreciate you. They will say, really? Woman doing this job, well done.
You should
support.
How are you?
They will support. I've had women give me tips before. Like, I like this. A woman has given me a complimentary card before. Please call me after this. We can talk afterwards. You know, elderly women, they support. But we see those young girls. Hey, Jesus Christ of mercy. Let me just keep quiet.
Okay, all right. Share your own experience as well to me.
It's similar to what she said. Like that AC not cooling enough. They won't even be able to understand your own situation, because the person you're coming at with all this attack might be frustrated too. It's not your fault that it's not cooling it. The temperature affects it as well. So these are simple things you should understand, but they will make it an issue, and then someone is driving, you're mounting pressure on the person. But if wisdom comes, and then you know how to handle it or pacify them.
Let me ask you, at what point in your life did you decide that you were going to be a chauffeuress?
At what point in my life? Okay, 2 years back, when I got this job in Abuja, because I worked in Lagos, I came back to Abuja. So while I was driving my bus, I noticed that because she was paying me for one salary, personal assistant, but I was doing job of 2,
which was
driving and PA.
Okay.
So my friends were like, they didn't know my salary. I was earning 40,000 naira, and I collected 40,000 naira for 2 years and 4 months. So I asked for a raise 1 year and 7 months, and she saw me as ungrateful. She saw me as asking for too much. So I'm like, what if I leave the driving and focus on the one that you employed me to do? Would you not pay a driver? So she couldn't answer that question. So she relieved me of the driving and employed a driver. After a week, the driver resigned. She got another driver. After 2 weeks, the driver resigned. She will still call me back to drive. So I now realized, I said, okay, I'm not the problem.
Were the drivers male or female?
They're all male. Okay. I'm her first female driver. So anywhere we go, they see me and they are surprised, a woman driving you. It gave me prestige, I won't lie, because there are big cars I was driving, Prado, Range Rover, Evoque, and we're going to the State House. So there's a prestige.
Wow, you drove those?
Yes.
How are you able to maneuver with the steering?
That's why I said it's something that gives me joy. You drive with your foresight. You weigh your measurements with your eyes. If your eyes can pass through a narrow
How old are you again?
I'm 32. Beautiful. I was 32 Friday, 5th of March.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much. So it's like a dream come true for me. I really, really enjoy it. So it's not a job for me. It's just like you doing what you love to do and getting money for it.
Yeah, Aditi, let me come to you. At what point in your life did you decide that you were going to be a chauffeuress?
I didn't have a point that I decided to be a chauffeuress, but I've always been somebody that will never give up.
Okay.
No matter the situation that comes to me. So at the point where I decided to be a chauffeuress was when the opportunity came. Oh, is this the way? Then I will tread it. And I like to follow something to the end to see what I bring out of it. Like my intention and my objective when I started this was not for money alone.
Okay.
It was to meet people, and I've been able to meet people. I must tell you, I've met people, I've met friends, both male and female, who we still keep in touch with. I still keep in touch with up till now.
Up to date.
I have not been able to get enemy, because that's one thing I don't like. I will hold on for you. The highest time we can spend together on that ride is an hour. Anywhere in Abuja, it's 1 hour maximum. We are done. I will let you go. So help you God. I try as much as possible to make a good impression about myself. And when they end the ride, oh, nice driving. Oh, I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. Oh, well done. Kudos. You know, such words. And they give me rating. And for over all my time of driving on boat, I've never been blocked. I've never had low ratings or issues bordering on that.
Have you ever been abused?
No.
Ever since you've been driving? Chika, how about you?
No, I haven't.
But I had a almost experience of abuse, but I was able to control it because the man saw a woman and thought he could take advantage of, and immediately I reacted the way he almost started the thing. I reacted because I almost slapped him. So he saw my movement and he retraced his step, and I parked on the way and I said, I cannot continue with this, right? Please, can you come down? And I ended it and I reported him immediately.
Do you have a role model?
His mom is my role model. She is. Why I chose her to be my role model is because she's a strong woman who gets anything she puts her mind to. There is nothing that will ever hold her down. Nothing. She came from a very poor background and she rose up to the level that she could never imagine that she could get to. And she has instilled that in me right from the beginning. Never take yourself out of where you want to go to. Always try. If they say no, you go back. You go and try until you get it right. And that has been something that has been really, really helpful to me.
Chika, do you have a role model?
Yes, my late dad, my late father, he was my role model because I watched him growing up. He died when I was 9 years old, but then he has achieved his dreams and he was educated, very educated. My mom wasn't. So he wanted us to be prim and proper, but when he died, all that dream was lost. So because of her inability to go to school, we lost everything. So we had to start all over again. So watching her struggle, I'm the last born of 7 children. So watching her struggle, everybody had gone to school. I was the only one we had. So I didn't know how to find the balance. I knew that just being an ordinary child would not put food on the table. So I have to think like my father, because he too came from a poor background, but he broke through all that and made himself who he was. He was a late engineer, Ostak Uchenna Okeke. So I started trading at that age. I started selling peanuts, granules. My mom was producing that. I would sell for her comeback. I started riding bicycles on the streets. I'll go rent from the boys in the market, bring them to my street, and re-rent them to the kids, the rich kids. 5 naira, 5 naira.
You did all that?
I did all that just to put food on the table. So when I grew up, I trained myself in school as well. And I decided to give her that she didn't enjoy. So I accumulated all and I learned all from my dad. Then I want to pass it to her, which is my mom. So my dad is my role model because he didn't give up. He strived for excellence and he believes in equality.
That's very good. Now, what change would you want to see in the industry? Talk about the both female drivers or generally the chauffeurs.
Firstly, I want to say that, and I would really like both to work on this. Sometimes last year we had a strike in Abuja,
Yes.
both drivers in Abuja, and the strike was basically on the low rate fare of riders.
Sure.
Their fares are so low in Abuja, and it's somehow like you have to work all day and you still earn a little, and that's one. Number two is there are some things they should put in place. If you drive to let's say places where there will be hold up at some certain time, the fare should read according to the time and the kilometers covered rather, because it's like we're working and not getting benefit from it. And another time is they should check the rides. I cannot imagine myself driving for 1 hour 17 minutes to a far place like Kefi. There's one university, Birmingham University or something, on Kefi Road, and I'm being told to collect 3,700. Even if you take a green cab will not charge you nothing less than 10,000 naira to go to that place. We are being shortchanged in this business, and it's really bad. This is a luxury ride. The essence of a boat ride is the car comes pick you in front of your house and drops you right in front of where you are going to. There should be an extra you are paying for that luxury. You run your AC, you run your fuel, and at the same time you check what you are making, and it's not corresponding with what you are selling. We use data, we use card to call. We are customer based. We relate with our customer. You call them, you use your data. The cost, we are not making even, we are not breaking forth. What we are doing is not giving up, because it's not 1, 2, 3 rides we take in a day. So if you have your target, you still you just remove your money for fuel, and you have just small out of it. That is what both should and Uber should really work upon. And the excuse they gave us then is that there are no traffic in Abuja. That's not true. There are traffic prone areas in Abuja. They should check these places and work on them. Again, if I am going to pick you on there are pickups that are longer than necessary. You have 15 minutes pickup. Why should I drive 15 minutes to go pick up somebody for a ride of 10 minutes? It means I'm spending more than I'm benefiting, that I'm gaining. That is not business.
True.
So we've said this thing once, they have not done anything on it. And let me now tell them we are planning on another strike, and this time is going to be wide and it's going to be massive, because we cannot continue like this.
Okay, all right. COVID-19 is a security issue because it's a global pandemic. I'd like to ask, how do you secure yourself, even as a driver, as a female driver who's got children in the house?
When you open the app as a rider, they'll show you something. You have to ride with your mask.
When your clients, they refuse, what do you do?
I declined it. I cancelled the trip. It's not compulsory. It's not like she said earlier. It's not every request you accept. You are not mandated to take all the trips or requests that comes to you. So you choose the one that is beneficial. Like you call me, we exchange pleasantry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your face mask, please. What do you mean face mask? I cannot use it.
So we'll ask you, do you believe in corona? Like, are you serious?
I will open my app and show them the regulation. If you are more than 2 in my car, I don't take more than 3 at a time, because it's 4 seats. It's 3 passenger and 1 person maximum. And when if you are 3 like that, we don't use AC. We wind down and everybody uses their face mask. And when you come inside, you don't touch anything in the car. And when you go down, I spray my car. I have.
Do you have a similar experience, or it's different from what you just
It's
said?
similar to what she's saying. I have my hand sanitizer and I go extra to buy face masks to put in my pigeonhole. In case you don't have, I'll offer you.